Who the fuck is you? Who the fuck is you? Who the fuck?
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to The Experience. You guys already know the drill. I am Jay, the one sport gay, and joined with me is
D. Allen, of course, the Don of all trades.
Perfect.
And of course, the Azaria Lynn, aka Zoned Out Azaria. My bad, y'all. I got to do my little promo before we start. But good morning. Hey, how you guys doing?
All right, well, let's go ahead and get right into it. D. Allen, what is on your mind?
What's on my mind today? You know what? I want to bring some young nigga shit in.
Oh,
real
God.
quick.
Here we go.
Have either of you heard the term aura farming?
Definitely not. No.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm sorry. I guess I've been on that side of the internet a little too much.
Yeah.
But, you know, we kind of talked about this millennial
We
Gen Z
did.
experience.
We talked about that, first episode.
That's a term that's kind of popularized by younger Gen Z that I've basically found quite amusing.
Okay.
So essentially, aura farming is going to be kind of hard to explain. But follow
Do your
along with
best, you know.
It is the intentional, often repetitive performance of actions designed to appear cool, charismatic, or impressive.
So clout chasing.
Not necessarily.
Okay.
It's all visual. It's all how you present yourself. It's not something you say or something you do. It's really just to boost one's social status or aura points. So your aura is your vibe, basically.
Oh, you're saying aura.
Aura.
I thought you said oral.
Oral farming. She's already on a freaked out tip. But aura farming. So basically, it's like if somebody walks into a room saying very little, but everyone notices you. Giving a short, calm response instead of over-explaining. That's another way. Being good at something and not bragging about it.
Okay.
Basically, just somebody who's chill with it. There's good versions of that, and then there's the bad versions.
Okay. So that's kind of like when you walk in the room and you just got that
shit.
gra. You got that gra.
Yeah,
that's me.
We talked about that oomph, that gra. We talked about all of that shit that niggas have. But the bad aura farming is what niggas kind of hyperfixate on.
Okay,
and that's
so
what's it's a little performative now. So the good one is quiet confidence, being intentional with your words, not seeking validation.
I got all that.
The bad aura farming is what people get accused of. So that's trying too hard to be mysterious. So when niggas be on that mysterious shit, trying to disappear, come back. You remember back in the Instagram days when people would delete all their photos and make their profile picture black just so they can seem like they going through something a little bit, and nobody really gives a fuck.
Nobody really gives
a fuck about you. Forced nonchalance. So like I don't care energy,
and it's like you care. You
he's
obviously
like it
care
seems
about,
fake.
yeah.
Like he's like you're clearly pressed, you're clearly tight about some shit, but you're over here trying to fake it. And then over rehearsed main character behavior. So someone who maybe every day they get up, open the window, and look outside and try to like put their hands on their hips like they're Superman. They're like, oh, I want y'all to like look at me and really like bask in my aura. So it's just like it's one of those things where like the kids kind of took that and then ran with it. You see it a lot on TV. It's moments on TV that may have been like looked at differently, but now people are like, "You're fucking aura farming." Like, why is this nigga just standing there in the middle?
Doing nothing? I feel like I see that a lot too on reality TV shows too.
Definitely. Absolutely. They aura farm a lot on reality TV.
The Love Island, y'all saw that saga this season. I mean, I didn't watch every episode to be completely honest.
I didn't watch it at all.
Yeah. But from what I did see, I feel like I saw a lot of the negative aura farming. But you know.
Yeah, you see that in baddies.
Can I ask that, y'all? Why do y'all like that show?
Oh, Love Island?
Yes.
I don't get it either.
I don't get it. It's so crazy. My best friend wanted me to be on that show, and I'm like, why?
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I got the vibe and the personality for it, but no, y'all ain't gonna know my tea.
I feel that too.
Who I'm kissing, who I'm liking, who I'm
like,
y'all freaky motherfuckers. Like, who the fuck want to see all of that on national TV?
I think they just want to get clout, which is goes back to the clout chasing conversation. And
I mean, look at Alandria and Nick. They're doing the damn thing.
And some kind of take off. Like, what's the Odell's little brother? Like,
oh yeah, I do know who.
Didn't he? Is that?
I don't remember his name.
I don't remember his name either.
I don't know either. But Odell, little brother,
I don't even think they're together anymore.
Oh,
No, they're not.
They're not?
Nick and
Oh.
Alandria are still together.
Yeah. They are.
Damn. I guess that show's not as good.
By the time of this pod being recorded, they are. I hope they still are when this episode comes out. But
I don't really get Love Island, but you see that a lot.
Yeah.
And you really see that in anime too.
Yeah.
Like it's always those characters that stop in the middle while they're like, you know, they're always the main character's always talking to the villain, and they're just standing there before they start fighting. They're aura farming. It's just like, yo, stop standing there and get to fighting. Why are you?
So
trying
it's
to,
like-
why are you trying so hard to be looking cool and shit? Like
It's like when Michael Jackson did the Super Bowl and he just like stood there.
He
and
was
the
aura
crowd was-
farming. There you
that's
go.
aura farming.
That's aura farming. When he
Okay.
stood there and everybody was
relate it
cheering,
back
and he
to
was
our
just looking over
generation.
to the side like, why are you aura farming?
Yeah.
My nigga? Yeah. You
Do you
doing
guys aura farm? I don't know.
I don't aura farm in the bad way. I feel like I'm
Okay.
a good aura farmer. I don't brag too much about you know my accomplishments and what I do and whatnot. But you know, it's probably moments that I've bad aura farmed that motherfuckers have definitely looked at me and said, "What the hell?" Like,
Yeah.
I don't think
Be
I
normal.
understand the term enough to think I do that shit. I'm the shit. Just know
she
that.
kind of does it a little.
I feel like maybe I have, not in a negative
I don't know.
way.
They
like,
both kinda do it a
I
little
get
bit.
the because I feel like I have a perfect aura, or I feel like I'm a great person.
Very
And
humble.
stuff
I
like
love
that.
it.
That's
Like-
aura farming right there. You're
You
like, when
know,
niggas
hey,
say that, that's already the bad aura farming right there.
But
That's showing-
why I can't just be confident in myself?
you can
That's
say that.
true.
You can be confident,
Yeah.
but there's a thin line between confident and just cocky.
She said a perfect
Yeah,
aura.
you have perfect
I love
aura.
it, though.
Some people may not think you have perfect aura.
Well,
I
that's
think
their
you have
fault.
perfect aura.
And there's some people you don't think you got perfect aura, and they say they got perfect aura.
Well, hey, that's my opinion versus theirs.
And that's theirs.
All right,
that's-
well, let's switch gears. I'm gonna tell you guys what's on my mind. The theme of this season is us getting older when our late 20s. Ill, gross. But part of that is like I've been seeing a lot of my friends, you know, getting married, having kids, and stuff like that, and made me think of like the type of parent that I would be and like how I would raise my kids. So I just kind of like want to, you know, talk about parenting and like what you guys think of like what type of things you would do, how you would discipline your children. The first thing I want to talk about is like, you know, like discipline. I don't want to whip my kids. I think that that's crazy, or some people think that that's crazy. I don't think it's that crazy, but I'm going to explain why. So as a kid, I was whooped, and I feel like as an adult, it like added to my anxiety. And I just think as I get older and understand, I feel like that's like a quick fix, you know, like when you, no judgment, by the way, what I'm saying, I'm not a parent, so things could change. That's probably not going to change. But, you know, I think when you do that, like that's more of like impatience on your part, because it's like that's a quick thing to get them to like stop doing it rather than taking the time to explain to your kid like why, or like finding, you know, new creative ways to, you know, discipline them. I think that definitely kind of like, I don't know, your kid, you don't want to be your kid's first bully. And not to say that my parents were my first bully, but, you know, I think that's the first like person that you feel safe with in the world, like is your parent and your, you know, your family. So like when that happens, I feel like that like breaks that. And like I was, you know, I would like hide things from my parents. I would like be afraid to tell them things. And I feel like maybe I got into a lot more trouble and stuff like that because I was trying to hide things from them because I was afraid to, you know, get in trouble or like get whooped. And I don't want my kids to feel like that. I want them to be able to come to me, tell me anything, and like, you know, we'll work it out.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
That's so
What do you
sweet.
guys think?
I love that. I think that's such a nice approach. I don't agree in the slightest. I personally, you know, I think I'm gonna be the fun parent. I think I'm gonna be the funny. I'm gonna parent that everybody, you know, my kids are gonna want to go to, like go turn up, go out places and whatnot.
Yeah.
However, when it comes to discipline, I will be whooping my kids.
Oh.
So my lady right now, or whatever happens, I'm going to have disciplinary
Does she
measures.
want to? She doesn't want to, huh?
Well, I'll take that role if she don't want
Okay.
to. She don't have to. I'll take it.
Oh, Lord.
And see, that's the thing about that. Like, I feel like I'm a very calm, respectable human. Like, I do things right and I do things respectably. And I think that's because I got my ass beat a lot. And that's because I was a super bad kid. I was a kid that used to jump on walls. I used to get into bullshit. I used to fuck with people.
He
all
did
the
used to
time.
fuck with people.
used
I
to
was
fuck
one
with
of the people he
all
used
the
to fuck
time.
with.
And then I said, my parents, they beat that shit out of me. And like, look at me now. Like, I'm perfectly fine. Like, so
You're
I said, he's like, I'm perfectly fine. I don't think I need any of that shit. So in my brain, I'm going to be the real disciplinary parent. And if it comes with, you know, if my wife wants to do something else, that's her. But I think I'm gonna be that guy. That's just me. So
Azaria, what you think, girl?
Honestly, my mom stopped giving me spankings at a young age. When it comes to disciplinary action with children, I'm seeing a lot in this world now of people doing it really wrong. I feel like there's a lot of kids having kids. I feel like there's a lot of people that are not mature enough to even understand what it is to be a parent. You know, so they're not like handling the situations well. Like, because don't get me wrong, like, God forbid I don't ever want to be a single parent, but let's say if I was in that situation and I had children, it will probably get to a point where I have to make sure my kids take me seriously. So after so many times of me telling you to stop doing something or do it a certain way or act a certain way, I'm gonna have to do something different.
You only get a couple times with me.
Yeah, like you only
I'm
get a couple
sorry.
times of me telling you, hey, don't do that, or me speaking to you calmly before I smack the shit out of you. Or if I have a son, I'm gonna punch you in your chest. Like,
Yeah.
what we doing here?
I'm gonna be like Jamie Foxx and Django.
You know,
he had the
like-
whip and he was hitting that motherfucker. I'm gonna be just like that.
The whooping
But
is
don't
that
get me wrong,
slave mentality.
I don't want to whoop my kids. I don't want to do that. I want to be able to
She
speak
say
to
all
my
that
kids.
to say I don't want to whoop.
I
my
don't.
kid.
I feel like when it comes for me to put my hands on you, I feel like that's the last resort. Like, let me be able to talk to you and give you the reason why you shouldn't do this.
Yeah, I feel like our parents didn't talk to us a lot. Like
With me, I'll have to disagree. My mom had the birds and bees conversation with me
that's good.
at like
Yeah.
6 years old, 7 years old. I was very aware of a lot of things growing up. That's probably why I'm so mature for my age.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm probably going to do the same thing with my kids because I didn't really get in trouble. I was a straight A
Yeah.
student, graduated top of my class. You know,
Period.
like I got in trouble twice
She's
out of my
aura
whole
farming right
entire
now,
life.
guys.
She is over for me.
I mean, hey, whatever.
But that's a good point because I feel like a lot of parents are very much because I said so parents.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a because I
Yeah.
said
No,
so
you always have to
parent.
have
Like,
a
I'm
reason.
going to explain to you why I
Explain
said
Have
so.
reasoning
Yeah.
behind it, and then it's
Or
gonna
like if they
actually
ask me to
resonate.
do something, I'm like, if you can actually give me a good reason why I should let you do this, then I'll let you do it.
Yeah.
And if they can,
I'm gonna be a
then-
clever parent. I'm gonna be
You know?
like a clever kind of like, damn, I can't get off on my dad with anything. I
Yeah.
want to be able to like,
Facts.
you can never like finesse me.
Yeah.
And if you try to finesse me, and
I'm
You're
gonna
finessing
be
yourself.
hip with all the
Yeah.
trends.
I'm gonna be hip and I'm
gonna
gonna
be
handle it.
unlike Karen. My mama don't know shit.
I'ma handle
love her,
it.
but she don't
Kids
know
gonna sneak.
nothing.
They gonna fucking do
Yeah.
what
They
they
gonna
want to
sneak
do.
anyway, regardless of the
Yeah, bro.
situation.
And that's why they are.
So you rather
Yeah.
have them sneak with you or behind your back? What you want to do?
Like I
Not
want it
even
to be an
sneak with you.
open
That sounds
dialogue.
crazy, but
Yeah.
Yeah. How
You
many
get my
kids
point.
do you guys want?
3
3? Okay.
3 to 4.
Well, you know me. I always say this: if I have a great man, you can have whatever you want, baby.
Oh wow.
So
She's
cheaper
got-
by the dozen, baby. If that nigga want 12, give him 12.
Oh my god. 3 for me. Actually 2.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Three's
I don't
pushing it.
want 10 kids, but I don't because remember, I'm the one who's pushing these motherfuckers out
But if he's a really good man
and knows how to take care of this household,
and knows how to
me,
take care of it, and can
and financially stable.
Withstand
Emphasis
for
on the
a-
financially.
a family of 14.
Yeah.
Jesus,
Well-
if we can get it done, we can get it done.
Exactly.
You know?
And on that point, Azaria, what's on your mind, girl?
You know, like you guys said, I am new here, so I have been giving you guys little tidbits into my world and stuff like that. So if you guys don't already know, I am a full-time streamer. I stream on like 3 different platforms, TikTok, Bigo, and Twitch. I currently have collectively with all my pages probably about 250,000 fans. Damn. You know, so
That's a lot of fans.
I just wanted to give you guys a little like information, the difference between streaming and in real life streaming. So, you know, for the people who wants to get into live streaming, just get into it. Don't be nervous. Don't be, oh my God. What
do I say?
You know, what do I do? You
No,
know,
put me in because I'm
it's-
not even familiar with streaming like that. Too
I
much.
know, I got you.
It's too much of a new thing.
Yeah, we're pre-recorded streaming. That's what we do.
Yeah, this is basically what this is. We're recording our,
Fake ass
you know,
show.
our podcast right now. But the thing is, what's different for me, I do everything live. So like when I first got into streaming, I didn't know shit about it either at all. You know, like I actually got approached by my agent in person at Club 29. I don't know if you guys are familiar with 29 back in Novi, in Michigan and stuff like that. And she came up to me and she was like, hey, you seem like you're a vibe, you know, come meet with me. I got a talent agency. Let me talk to you about live streaming. And I kid you not, ever since that meeting on Zoom that I had with her for 3 hours, because Nicole can for sure talk her ass off, you know, but like, I've been loving it ever since. And literally all it is just going live and just talking to the comments. That's literally what it is. You go live, you talk to the comments. And I'm not going to necessarily say that you try to entice people because I'm not trying to get people to give me money or anything like that. Yes, it is like, you know, if I am sitting here live streaming, giving my time to you, then yes, it is appreciated if you do tip me, you know, and things of that nature. But
Send her those galaxies on TikTok, y'all. Yeah, I know.
Are those beans?
Beans is on Bigo.
Hey, I get it.
Beans,
Yeah.
like, you know,
See,
TikTok
we're
has
not
coins.
too old. We're not
fucking
Bigo has
stupid.
beans.
We're not too millennial. We know the term.
Yeah.
though,
Yeah, you know, a little something and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But all it really
Barely.
is like show up for yourself, you guys. So if you are somebody that wants to get into live streaming or even streaming in real life versus on Twitch, now Twitch is more of like a vlog setup. So in IRL stands for in real life. So all you're doing is basically streaming your daily life. So you know how people on YouTube where they create vlogs and they have pre-recorded vlogs and you're taking you around doing this, oh, I'm going to do this today or I'm going to do that today or whatever. In real life stream is basically that, but in real time. So it's no difference.
I remember the
It's
vlog
just
era.
that there's no, you're not cutting out like those taking breaths or you said something stupid or whatever the case may be, because it's very authentic. It's very right now. It's very in the now. So like,
Is Kai Cenat IRL or is that?
yes, that is technically
Okay,
an
that's
IRL stream.
IRL,
So when
okay.
you think of IRL, think of Kai Cenat, DDG, Agent 00, 00, whatever the fuck
See,
his
when I
name
think
is.
of
I Show
IR
Speed.
Yeah, I was about to say, I Show Speed really shows me the IRL
that
because he
kid is
travels the
doing it,
world.
yeah.
Like he is
Yeah,
doing
literally
a whole,
in real life.
In
I like
real
it.
life.
Out of all the, because you know,
I
streaming
feel like-
was new to me. I wasn't really into that, but I saw his stuff. I like his stuff.
His stuff
a
is good,
lot,
but then you
yeah.
see like Kai Cenat, he's in his bedroom. That's still in real life.
Yeah.
But it's like you're in your bedroom and you're doing fun shit in your bedroom. But
Yeah.
it's versus you actually like in real life.
It's
going
kind of
around.
like an
So
organized
I'm talking about the people who are
chaos.
actually, or for instance, Indian Love, or in a sense DDG, how they go out and they do their parties or they're sitting in the car or whatever. Like anytime you take your phone and go like this, you walking around, that's in real life versus sitting at a desk or like how
Like
I do
gaming.
when I'm at home gaming.
Okay.
Or even like when I'm at home making body butter. Like
get it.
technically it's in real life, but in a sense, I'm just going live.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just going live on my phone and I'm showing the world what I got going on in my personal,
Right.
you know, space and stuff like that.
Can
So
your kids? Are you gonna let the kids stream?
if I have kids, not even if I have kids, when I have kids,
it's
you
damn
know.
near inescapable. Like I feel like that's
because
what
I
I'm saying.
stream, you know, I stream, so it's like I wouldn't mind my kids getting into it. Now, as far as like what age, I started streaming it over the age of 21. So in a sense, like on one of my platforms, even on TikTok, you have to be 18 years and older to even be able to go live on TikTok. Same thing with Bigo, you have to be 18 years old. Same thing with Twitch. You have to be 18 years
18,
old.
okay.
You know, so like if
sense.
my kid wants to get into it, I'll let them start creating content maybe around like, you know, 15, 16 years old and stuff like that. But far as like really getting into the world and showing the world who you are and stuff like that, you're going to have to be grown, baby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
be careful with that. And it's
There's
so
a lot
many
of creeps
and
out
there's just so
there.
many different
I
versions.
deal with creeps on a daily basis.
How do
Like,
you deal with that? What you be doing?
Yeah.
What you be telling them?
Well, there's so many different types of in real life streaming. Like I'm about to say, there's the freaky streams.
Yeah, I
There's
don't do that.
There's
I am not an OnlyFans
I would say
creator,
there's
y'all.
the cool, like you said, outside actually like exploring adventurous type of streams. So like I guess the different types, it really just depends on that.
Yeah, we need an episode to talk about
All about streaming, yeah.
Yeah.
But all right, so show and tell is me today, and
sir.
I thought that I would be a little I don't what's the word? Transparent, I guess.
Yeah.
So if you followed me, you know that like I do it all. We talked about being hustlers. You know, I primarily am a singer. I make content, act. Like I've been doing this for my entire, you know, existence. And so if you know that, if you followed me, you know that I used to work at a company called VaynerMedia. I used to work for Gary Vaynerchuk. And it was definitely an interesting time. Darren's nodding because he works in advertising too. So it's like
Emphasis on
the
interesting. Yeah.
same thing.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I had a lot of fun just, you know, making content and like, you know, I made TikToks for a living and got paid for it. But it definitely peeled back, you know, corporate America and like how like a corporate structure that's not that solid or consistent can like, you know, kind of like deteriorate your experience and your viewpoint on like making things.
Yeah.
So I was a content creator. I worked at the advertising agency, and basically I had different clients that I worked for. My favorite client that I ever worked on was Sonic. That I had so much fun with that
The Sonic
account.
videos y'all made were cool.
They were so cool.
They were good,
So
yeah.
yeah, if you guys like recognize me from stuff, like I know some people will like reach out and be like, "Oh my God, are you from the?"
Sonic
Not anymore.
Sonic
but,
nigga.
Yeah. I used to be the Sonic guy, so I was in the Sonic commercials or the ads or whatever TikTok
Yeah.
ads. I did.
so sorry.
No worries. I did Sonic. I did TikTok, like the app TikTok. I worked for them. I got to meet a lot of cool people on TikTok. That was probably my most fun. one, and then I worked. What else? I did Barefoot Wines. I did Yamavo Resort and Casino. I worked on Thomas the Train for a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, I wasn't in that content. I just like edited. Like it was
okay.
mostly statics. What else did I did a lot. I did a lot.
A lot of social
fun.
content, it seems.
Yeah.
Like. Okay.
And I just feel like it was a crazy experience because I just feel like while it was fun and making content like that every day and like meeting clients, like I think the coolest thing that I got to do, I got to meet Jay Leno. That was dope.
Was that before or after he like fell and he had
that was
his face?
before he fell actually.
He said he fell. I still think he got his ass beat.
Oh my God.
But
it's kind of funny. I met Jay Leno on a set for Yamava and he's like, you know what? Like your name is Jay too. You're gonna run the company one day, and now you're laid off.
You're not
from
there anymore, right? Niggas will lie to you, man. Niggas will just be like, say something else. Just look at you.
I appreciate that, Jay. You
just lied through your
confidence.
teeth.
Yeah,
bro. You don't know me.
No, but it was cool having that experience. But I think being black in a primarily like white environment, definitely took a toll. I feel like I wasn't necessarily given other opportunities to shine as like my white counterparts were.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know. I really resonate with I don't know if you guys know who Cat's Eye is. Love them. Amazing group. There is a member, her name is Mano, and I really resonate with her because like she's the only black member of the group, and she said that sometimes like she feels like she has to prove herself and work harder just to like be seen as like not lazy or anything like that, when it's like no, like I'm already good, my work speaks for itself, but like for some reason like I have to like prove myself even more. And I feel like that was definitely my experience at Vayner.
And trust me, I know. And like you said, like I've been in advertising. I feel like I have my own show and tell specifically about my experiences with the different agencies I've been a part of for advertising. So everything you said resonates a lot. And you were like a content creator, so you got to work on a lot of the work that went out, like the homework, the social work, and then just spend so much time there. And you were there for a few years, so and then just kind of everything devolving a little bit, and the industry changes a lot because advertising is nowhere near stagnant.
The one thing I will say that is kind of like it's nice, like most of the people that I worked with that was working there don't work there anymore. It's kind of like a new company. It's kind of like they pushed the old guard out and like
and brought in a whole new. That's what happens too. Sometimes they get new stakeholders, new kind of leadership and whatnot, and then everything kind of changes. And it kind of sometimes that happens to my old agencies where they, people leave or business leaves or certain brands leave, and then I start realizing that maybe I'm a little vindicated for what happened.
Yeah. But I'm happy it did happen because I feel like
everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, everything happens for a reason. Also, like making content for other people is draining, and it will like cause you to like not, and like having your stuff critiqued like that all the time. Yeah, it's just it's draining, and then it like stopped me from doing stuff like this, making my own content and like putting the work into this. Like if I didn't have that redirection, I wouldn't have been able to like think, oh, how can we elevate the podcast? How can we have a studio? I wouldn't have been able to make a decision paralysis. I wouldn't have been able to do a deluxe because I'd be so focused on making the next TikTok for Barefoot Wines. So everything happens for a reason. And like I said, y'all can't keep a real one down. The fuck.
Yeah, and that nigga bounced back. Okay. Watch that.
Last night took an L, but tonight I bounced back.
Shout out Detroit.
All right, it's time for a game. Let's play. Yeah. This game that we're going to play today is called Dealbreakers. So for those of y'all who don't know how to play Dealbreakers, basically we're going to name a statement about somebody, and we're just going to say if it's a deal breaker. So like they, put milk in the bowl before the cereal. Is that a deal breaker, yes or no? So I'm going to start. They don't have a car. Is that a deal breaker for you?
No, because I definitely dated women who were grown women and didn't have licenses, didn't have cars or anything like that. So like and as the man, I'm usually the one driving and going places and trying to make sure I coordinate. It'll be good, especially at our big age, for you to have at least a license, right? But a car, it's kind of tough. We're in a bad economy right now, man. Like a lot of things are not as easy as it was before. Some niggas lose their shit and they can't get it back.
If I have a car, you should have a car.
Yeah. Car notes are high.
My car note is $520 plus insurance. I don't want to hear it.
Oh, there we go.
I'm gonna say living in LA it is a deal breaker. Well, actually, no, it's not a deal breaker. It's a deal breaker if you're relying on me to take you everywhere. Because I can't.
Yeah.
Gas here is not how it is in Detroit. The gas is about $6 here. I can't be doing that.
Right. You can't just be going all over the place when it comes to that. No, that's real. I get both sides, but yeah, I'm probably not.
Yeah.
Okay. Deal breaker for me, they do not drink or smoke at all. And they won't engage in it.
Like they won't even like be in the same room?
No.
That's a deal breaker. I feel like that's a deal breaker.
They don't want to be around you when you smoke. They don't want to be around you when you drink. They don't
like, I mean, I don't smoke, so that's fine. But like drinking, like and being social, like I can't have parties and like we can't go out and stuff like
not gonna drink.
That's like, I don't know. Like it's hard because it's like I've been like, you know, in situations where I haven't been drinking or like have friends that don't drink and like they still can be around and they still can vibe. If you can't even do that, I'm like, I don't know if we like will have like a lot to like, you know.
I will need to be in a different place in my life.
Yeah.
I say right now I do a lot of, you know, degenerate shit. So like I do a lot of drinking, I do a lot of smoking. I do a lot of that shit. So I need somebody that at least can tolerate it or at least, you know, accepts it in their own way. So I'll say that's kind of a deal breaker.
Deal breaker.
If they don't.
Same.
But you know, it's different.
I wouldn't necessarily say it's a big deal breaker, you know, because I don't really drink like that either, but I do partake in, you know, a little from time to time, a little smoky, you know, or whatever. But it's not like if you make it, because, okay, put it this way, I'll give y'all an example. I had an ex, right? Who anytime that I like smelled like weed or like, this is when I was younger, like probably around like 18, 19 years old. And anytime I came around, now this is when I first started smoking. So, you know, we was hotboxing back then. You know, I couldn't smoke in the crib or nothing.
That weed was different, nigga.
You know, so like, I would come over to his house and stuff like that or whatever. And he literally would not let me get in his bed. I could not get nowhere near his room for real. Like he wanted me to change my clothes, take a shower, because he didn't want the weed smell to be on any of his stuff. And I'm just like, that's
some people are really like that though.
I mean,
I get it, but
it.
I do get it. That's why I'm just like, I don't hate on that. Like I can't hate on you, but you can't be for me.
Yeah,
right
like
now
that,
anyway.
It was just
maybe
too
in the
much.
future.
It was too much.
Because I expect to cut back significantly on both of those as I get older.
I mean, like I said, I don't smoke, but I will likely drink for like until my doctors tell me that I can't.
That you can't no more, right?
That's gonna be tough. Like you can't even have a glass of wine.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
He's like, nope.
I'm crying.
Never drink, never smoke.
I mean, it don't really bother me because I've dealt with guys who don't drink, who don't smoke and stuff like that, or even people who used to and don't do it anymore. You know, so it don't bother me too much.
I feel like they are cooler, the ones that used to and that don't do it anymore because they tolerate it more. They'll be like, all right, whatever, I just can't do it no more.
Yeah.
Versus the people who's like never, ever. They store and they literally run out the room when you start sparking. Yeah. Like you dramatic as hell.
Yeah, that's crazy. Crazy work.
You got a deal breaker for us?
For me, like, okay, so just to kind of piggyback off of yours, like I'm big on at least having what I have, if not more. You know, so if I have something and you don't have it, it's like, you know, but I will. Okay, so let me ask you guys: is it a deal breaker? I know, I guess it's different because you know we look at men. Well, not necessarily for Jay, but I know Darren's situation. You know, like as females, we look at men to be like the sole provider, or not sole provider, but like the person who's like you said, the one who drives the car, opens the door, you know, and things of that nature.
Guys, I'm gay, so it's a little
different.
It's a little different.
Yeah.
So, like, is it a deal breaker that your shorty or your shorty or whatever doesn't have some type of hustle to make money or a job?
Yes, you can't be. It's no freeloaders around here.
Yeah,
there's no freeloaders around.
Okay, but what if they're focused like in school, or like what if they're not doing like nothing, like they're not a freeloader or anything like that, but they don't have like no real way of making money because they're focused on their dream or they're focused on trying to like
you know what, I
get
can
somewhere.
That. I can respect because that's what I'm doing right now. So I mean, I can't talk shit about.
But do you have money?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
There's a balance. See, that's the thing, and that's what
you
I said.
You have to have a job.
That's what I said in the previous episode too. Sometimes these niggas gotta quit. Like sometimes you're not that good at what you're trying to do, and you're not trying to do anything backup. Like you're not trying to have no job on the side. You're trying to focus on what you're doing. You have no money in your pocket. So that's a L. That's a no. That's a deal breaker. I ain't having no girl. That's just trying to be a makeup artist or esthetician and ain't got no motherfucking clients.
I think that like okay, that's
you ain't
crazy.
even
That's
working.
funny.
You're not even a part-time nurse.
Yeah,
like go get you a job.
You need to have something to sustain yourself. So like, because I mean, as an entertainer, like the business is very fickle anyway. And so like sometimes you just got to work to survive. So like if you have that common thing, but like you're in school and like, you working at it. Yes. But like, I don't know, you can't just not be doing anything. Even if I were to like marry a rich guy and I did not have to work, I still would work and still do my passions. I'm not just going to be sitting there all day and like,
like this, man. Yeah. Like I'm about to say, we having fun and we
this
kicking
is
it
work.
right now.
We're having fun, but this is still work.
But we also all have jobs and we all make money
Yeah.
outside of this. So,
all right. So
Speaking
we got
of
like
that, I make money from like 6 different places.
yeah.
there we go.
So
All right. So we got like 5 minutes left.
Okay.
You got some Reddit advice for us?
Yeah, I got something. I'll do something a little quick for you guys. Some
right.
general Negro babble.
Oh my God.
So for this advice, for my advice this time, it's something that we've kind of all encountered or all been a part of or all familiar with. The title is He, 23M, doesn't want a relationship with me, 21F, but doesn't want to move on either. What is this?
Oh Lord.
Some bullshit.
I, 21F, am really confused about what's going on with this guy. We used to be together for like 4 months, and now we're not. We broke up about a month ago, but we still talk a lot, like a lot. We recently had an 8-hour call. We text every day, some more, some less, joke around, flirt a bit, and honestly, it feels like it's really natural and comfortable. Sometimes it literally feels like we're still dating. But here's the thing. He keeps saying he doesn't want a relationship and that we're just friends. And that's where I get really confused because this does not feel like normal friendship to me. I don't call my friends for 5+ hours or have this kind of emotional connection.
I do that. Hold on.
I want to say, that's what I want to say. Hey, look.
But we're like best friends, so it's different.
I talk to my niggas a lot.
Yeah.
I'd be at her house 5+.
Literally.
I was about to say,
yeah.
I don't know about that guy.
You're right. I'm about to say, damn, you don't love your friends for real, nigga?
No, that's the thing. We need to talk about because people do not really
They don't fuck
want
with their friends.
They don't
like, I want to say, they don't like people. Like, if you don't like people, stop having friends. Especially calling them until the morning. It gets even weirder. He told me that if I start talking to other guys or get in a relationship, he wouldn't want to keep talking to me ever. But at the same time, he says he doesn't want me to be his girlfriend. So basically, he doesn't want a relationship with me, but he also doesn't want to lose me, and he doesn't want me to move on. I feel like we're in some kind of relationship without a label. Like we're emotionally close, we spend a lot of time together, and there's no commitment and no clear direction. At this point, I don't even feel heartbroken, just confused and a bit annoyed. I don't understand what he actually wants or where this is supposed to go. Has anyone ever been in this situation before?
Yes.
How did it play out for you? Or even just give me advice what to do, not gonna lie. All right, so
I can't name
before
drop
they go, I'm gonna just give a little piece
They
because I
say
know
it's a big rich town.
and I come from the poorest part. Yeah, this is what they said here, 23 and 21. Yeah, this is about the time when this happens. And you know, we've had college experience, we've had young adult experiences where we've been in that position. I've been on the other side. I can't lie.
This fucker.
I know. I've been on the other side, and I was younger. I was a young man, but I think men kind of have this thing where they have a possession, ownership complex when it comes to the people that they're dating. And it seems like they're dating-ish, not fully dating. And they had that connection already. It's just, obviously it's spurred off into something else. And then he just doesn't want to have a title to it. And every dude kind of has that moment when they're young like this, 22, 23, that they don't really want a title. Say that all to say that doesn't mean you should stay. Like for anybody that's not fully committed to you in the way that you want to be committed. But also, you know, he's young. You both are young. You gotta have plenty of time to go ahead and move on. I'd rather he be kind of more upfront about everything that he's doing. Seems a little bit more confusing. We had a similar kind of conversation about this in the previous episode. But it is kind of interesting to see that this is just like a universal issue. Every nigga gonna go through this. Every girl gonna go through this at some sort of fashion.
What I would say is, because I've been through this, and they know, and I can't name drop with this one.
No name dropping. So if y'all tell y'all personal experiences, please.
This is what I will say. If you guys, first of all, just call it out. Like, I think like it's, you know, it's hard to accept that like things could end, because I feel like part of it too is like you kind of like, not that you like it, but like you still want something, you want some closure, and you kind of like fear calling it out will end everything, but you have to be okay with that happening. So first of all, call it out. Be like, hey, this is not cool. If we're actually friends, this is not how you treat your friends. But if you want to do something, then let's do something. Yeah. Just put it on them. And then if they can't be clear with you, then that's where you need to just remove yourself, because it's like your friends shouldn't treat you like that, or somebody that you want to date should not treat you like that.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be something that's confusing at all. It
And,
should be.
and you might need to get a little backbone. Like stand up for yourself.
You should
just be like, yo,
and I can
don't
say that.
like
I can
this.
say that being in the situation, like I feel like
It's
I've
hard, but
definitely
you
been
got
in that
to.
situation, and it's hard. But you have to stand up for yourself and demand the respect, and then watch how things will change, and watch how better opportunities will fall out of the sky.
I'm telling you, tell how it is, nigga. Don't be afraid because you confused.
Yeah.
What's your
Look,
take, Zari?
I'm not gonna lie. My brother here and Jay, they most definitely gave some really good points. And me being a female, because this is a girl.
Yeah,
It's a
so-
girl.
Yeah,
It's a heterosexual relationship.
Yeah, so I will say this: someone who is a lover. I am a Virgo. Like I love very hard. Especially when I do find myself really, really liking somebody or caring about somebody. Like I'm all in. Like I'm the type that likes to date one person at a time. Or even like I can conversate with people, but if I'm like fucking, like I'm only really dealing with one person. I can't do that with multiple people and stuff like that. But like Jay said, you gotta lay that shit on the table.
Yeah,
I learned that shit the hard way. Like I don't know if it was from like not really having, like a real predominant male figure in my life to kind of like show me the game, or whatever when it came to men or dealing with people and stuff like that or whatever. So I had to kind of like bump my head. Even like having like I said, my brother, he knows me very well. I've had so many conversations with him when it comes to men in general. Yep. And he has told me to take the rose colored shades off. Okay.
Yeah.
So please.
It is what it is.
Take them
motherfuckers off. Okay.
They be blinded.
Take them off
Take
and
'em off.
literally just like, it is what it is. Like lay that shit on the table, ask the questions you need to ask, and better yet, make sure y'all here for the next episode because I got a real good topic for y'all about honesty versus transparency.
Yeah.
So like, or whatever, but like legit, lay that shit on the table. Say what it is and what it ain't. Like if you want something for real, then let that be known. If he not on the same wavelength as you, then by all means, baby, move on to the next. Like ain't nothing wrong with that. Like
don't
he said,
fuck him, but fuck him.
Like, like I don't want to necessarily say, like it sounds crazy when my brother say have some backbone, but in the sense like you got to put some oomph in your step.
Stand on business.
Think about it like this. Like you need to
it's
like
your life you playing with. At the end
exactly.
Of the day.
Like think about like every time that you let some shit like that happen, you're disrespecting yourself.
Yes.
You can't disrespect.
And you'll look back and be like, damn, I really
Like-
didn't fucking respect myself.
Yeah.
At all.
Like,
But yeah, on that note, we're at the end of the episode. But if you want to find out what we're doing on our socials, different content that we're going to be posting, follow us on Instagram at podtheexperience and then on TikTok at theexperience.podcast. And then if you want to see what I'm up to, Jay Gooden, you can find me on Instagram, J_Gooden98. And then on TikTok, Jay Gooden. And Azaria, where can they find you at?
Hey y'all, it's your friendly gamer, streamer, baddie, everything around the sun. Okay, y'all. Y'all can find me on all platforms, the Azaria Lynn. So that is with my TikTok, my Bigo, my Instagram. I do have a couple pages because I operate a little things kind of separate because I don't want everything on one page to be confusing. So my main pages are the Azaria Lynn. If you want to find me on in my game world, Zone Out with Zari. And also I am a natural skincare owner. You see this face that you trying to have glass skin like me, man. Tap in with the Aphrodite collection. I'm all about natural healing. I make the best all natural body water. I don't know.
Body water.
Body butter. Sorry,
Body
speaking too
water.
fast. Body butter, you guys. From artisan soap, scrubs, lotions, whatever you need, I can make it. So tap in. These are you in.
Hey.
and just Instagram at Nessa.
Lovely. All right, guys. We'll see you guys next week. Peace out.